in his final game at the helm of North Hobart.
Thanks to our sponsors, Andrew Doyle, Telstra Stores, Quadrant Mall, Business Street Mall, and Kings Meadows. Last round action at the TSL Utah Stadium. Here's Matthew McGee to kick us off.
Alex Lee and Deegan, they look to do battle here in the centre of Utah Stadium. Beautiful day. Maxie's got the board shorts on. That's how good it is today. Ball goes up. Rundle comes down with it. On baller. Whitford starts in the centre square. Gives it over the top to Egger. Walsh, one of the inclusions, goes long and deep. Oh, it's a big clash of players at the back. And going down for Glenorchy there, it was Aaron Brennan. And I think it was a bit like 10-pin bowling. Daniel Joseph went down, and Brennan's going to come up with a free kick. So it was a free kick against down there, North Launceston. And Foz, that's Will Edmonds, gave away that free kick. So the ball now finds itself on half-back. Dominic Brown by hands over the top. Can't find anyone. It goes to Van Buren. So Van Buren missed the premiership last year. He'll be keen to keep his spot in the side this year and get that elusive premiership for him, the Northwest Coaster. Whitford fighting hard. Will Edmonds, another one fighting for his spot in the side with Lasky out as well today, Foz. So it's there's some spots open there in this North Launceston side ready for the finals next week, and the ball goes out of bounds in front of Mitch Rainbird and Will Edmonds. So yeah, of course Jackson Callow, Max, is a chance to come back next week for the first final. A definite to come back for the grand final if they make it, but next week's probably still 50-50 for him. So some big games today for these North Launceston forwards. Lee in the ruck, palm down left, doesn't go far. Only went as far as John Geard. Here's Reece Mott, as you mentioned, Foz, played a little bit at Ulverston this year as well. Daly, good forward craft, back to Mott, left foot, pinpoint. Looking up here, Van Buren sets and takes the mark in front of Matthew Joseph.
Van Buren plays on, kicks wide here, looking for Withers, was outstanding last week. The number of goals, goes short and finds Fletcher Bennett. Good position winner last week. Macca?
He was, yeah, had, I think, 100 plus on the ranking points last week, Fletcher Bennett, so good return form for him. A lot of these players this year have actually found themselves in the D-League. Taylor Whitford hasn't been scared to mix it up and make them earn their spots.
Van Buren switches over towards Sanders, outstanding during the week in the Devils game. The handball over the top finds Victor Salter. Further handball down to Mark Walsh, back in the side after a shoulder injury. He kicks towards half forward, beautiful possession there from Walsh, gets it to Taylor Whitford, plays on, keeps it low. Edmonds meets it, beautiful pick up by Edmonds, gets the handball away, chance now, Rushton tackled.
Didn't have it.
And the umpire says no. Umpire Nick Butler says Jackie Rushton didn't have it, no advantage is paid.
You know what, Max? I got a little text this week when the teams were announced and Fozzie was up and about when he saw his boy Jackie Rushton was back.
He likes his little
And now look, he's got his dream, he's going to call a goal.
I think that one's actually called for a high tackle to start with, which was the correct call.
Was.
So Jackie Rushton is back in the side, been out this year through injury. He's only about 15 metres out, about 10 metres in from the boundary. Aaron Brennan on the mark, goes back a long way. This is the first goal of the game. Jackie Rushton, and he comes, pokes at the goal and puts it through. First goal North Launceston to Jackie Rushton, and they're up and away, 1 goal straight, 6. Glenorchy yet to score. But the free kick to Rushton, Maxie, but the movement once again from North Launceston. Great kick from Walsh to Whitford.
Yeah, it certainly was. It was like a bit of a training drill. Started right back with Van Buren to Withers, and then the ball was switched out the other side to Sanders, to Walsh, Richter Solder. So all the I guess, the fair contingent of their big guns were involved in that, and they just completely outnumbered Glenorchy then with their ball movement.
Yeah, definitely. And I like the hit up of Will Edmonds. I really think there's a spot for him in this side. He's that little bit of X factor. And as we mentioned, he's fighting a few different players for that spot. Ball up, centre of the ground. He's the centre clearance king. It's Ponting. Comes out to the commentary side of the ground. The runner and the boundary umpire have to get themselves out of the way. Coming in here now for Glenorchy is Richard Dilger. Oh, he kicks it inside. Could be cut off by Whitford. It's not so. Deegan, hands over the top, Rainbird, Daly, looks to go, he goes on the 45, out in front there of Adam Roberts, turns on a 20-cent piece and goes long down the line, but it looks like it's going to be cut off, and it is cut off by Corey Nankervis. And Nankervis, he's been a rock down there for North Launceston. Fozzie goes, because Sanders was lucky, he got it though and gives it to Egger. So it's Egger, left, right, goes back left. Hits up and finds Mark Walsh on centre wing. Walsh, good hit up. Can't find his teammate there in the forward line. Comes off the ground as Edmonds. Taken. In front. Handball over the top. Edmonds, great goal. Is it Withers? Daniel Withers, good goal. So it was the big Sauce Donnelly over to Edmonds and handball up to Withers. Impressed with him last week. You thought he'd found his spot in the side, Foz.
Yeah, really came of age, and Maxie, a bit through the NTFA, he's really adapted to the tempo of the TSL.
He has. He's he's been at all grades, hasn't he? He started out at Launceston, he was one of the Mariners back in that day. Got a little bit disillusioned with senior footy and went and had a kick at St Patrick's Old Boys, won a couple of best and fairest for the association.
Yep.
Moved on to Hillwood and did likewise, and they've enticed him over to UTAS. Very good bloodline too. He's my first cousin.
Oh, hello. He's claimed him, the Max. No one wants to talk about him.
Claimed him.
Two early goals for North Launceston. They're up and away here. Simpson gets the handball backwards. Kick inside 50 by Egger. Donnelly can't pick it up. Now Ponting releases the handball back here towards Simpson. As a release player here, Ponting once again, prominent early. Gets a kick under pressure, not great. Coming up to meet it there was Vent. He can't get a handball away. Ends up now with Withers once again. 40 out, Dan Withers. Not a great kick across the face, one behind. 2 goals, 1-13 at North Launceston. Glenorchy yet to score.
I didn't own that one.
The point.
No.
So kick out now here from Goodsall. Cameron Goodsall runs his full measure. He's out here looking for Brennan. A couple of North Launceston players there. One of them is Burt, can't take the mark. Handball, but it was already out of bounds. So they're throwing on the far side. A fast start here for North Launceston. Inside 50 so far for Dave Gruber. 5-1. Clearance is 4-0. So all the metrics so far in the favour of North Launceston. There's a push down the ruck there, but Lee takes it, kicks it inside 50 quickly. Burt, front position, takes it. A millimetre inside the boundary line. It's about 20 out. He's looking for options inside now. He hooks it around for goal to Zach Burt. Not bad. That's another goal to North Launceston. Zach Burt, back in the league this year from Georgetown, kicks the 3rd goal for North Launceston, and the signs were ominous early days. Max Walker for Glenorchy.
Yeah, they certainly are, Dave. Glenorchy haven't had it past their centre-half forward position for the duration of the game as yet, and the guy that was just called kicking that goal, Zach Burt, he'd be really keen to get amongst the goals today because he had a bit of an up-and-down season, missed a game or two for prior commitments and been omitted once, I think, as well during the course of the season. So without Bart there, he would be sort of saying to the guys, clear the way and let me at him today, I would suspect.
Well, Glenorchy needs a lift. Let's see what can happen. Lee dominates. Oh, it's straight down the throat. It goes 1, 2 bounces. Egger hit up forward. No, cut off. Free kick. Umpire plays the whistle. Free kick against. It's going to go down the ground. It's actually a free kick against maybe Arnold, and it's going to be a gift to Zach Burt, who's 5 metres out from goal, 10 metres out from goal, sorry, when he takes his kick. I'll just find it was against Arnold. So it must have been down the field after Egger got rid of it or something behind the play. The umpires were onto it, and Zach Burt, he's going to kick 2 in a minute. So Burt lays back, and no, it doesn't kick 2 in a minute, he kicks it behind Max. He needs to kick that one to stay in the side.
Oh, well, he does.
So, strange circumstances this year. The cricket season's underway, Foz, and you like the Raiders, the Greater Northern Raiders. They're in action down at Windsor Park Complex, and they have North Hobart 7 for 194. So I'm going to bring you all the action here on City Park today. They're playing North Hobart. Connie Young took the free kick. So footy and cricket overlapping, Foz.
Absolutely.
The season that is 2020.
Tim Coyle, of course, taking over the Raiders. Great coach as Whitford kicks it inside 50. Cleary can't quite take possession, shovels it out. Kai tackling our Cox, good, you're not paid. Zach Burt off balance, another shot and goal. He misses to the right this time. It's another behind to North Launceston. They're peppering the goals. 3-3-21. Glenorchy yet to trouble the scorers as Daniel Joseph kicks out here towards Geard. Now Geard's got a bit of territory here he can take on. He goes backwards, confronted by Withers. Now to Josh Arnold. Josh Arnold kicks high up the wing. One-on-one battle. Good use of the body there from the Glenorchy player in Brown. He's tackled straight away. And it'll be a ball up centre wing. Yes,
just confidence, Max, isn't it? Like, Geard was away. He had all one-on-ones in front. Just kick it out one-on-one. He had Aidan Grace, who was one of the best forwards in the competition, right up the ground there. Just give him a chance.
Deegan tries to kick it out from the ruck now. It's with Geard this time. Chance to
there
atone. Kicks inside 50, up here towards Matthew Joseph, but second time he's been outpointed by Van Buren. He's going to switch to the RACT side of the ground. Here's the excitement machine. Youngster Riley Sanders Leans back on a nice kick to Bennett. Bennett has space. Up here now towards Richter Salter. Fumbles a little bit. Now he's in trouble. Tackled by Geared. He might be penalised here. In fact, it's Mott as the tackler. And umpire Nick Butler comes in to ball it up.
Yeah, that Van Buren and Joseph matchup is an issue down there. He's just too tall at the moment, Van Buren.
He is. He's had plenty of the ball today as well, Macca.
Daly out of the hit out. Umpire circles. Cox Goodger comes out by hand. He's held on to. Umpire missed it. Goes along to Whitford now. Out in front here is Bird. He's got Conway on a string. Bird, he's going to step inside. Going to have a look at him. No, he goes for the kick and it's smothered well by the Glenorchy defender there in Joseph. Coming up with the ball. Whitford, Cox Goodger special, left foot. Bang! Point. Well, he loaded up the cannon, did Cox Goodger, and he can only get it behind. So Peppering, coming off the ground, he Banks Smith, is it, Foz?
Copped a knock Macca in the back play there. Got up gingerly. It's okay.
Banks Smith. Joseph, one of the better small defenders this year in the TSL. Goes long and strong. Centre square. Ponting. Clearance. Sanders. Ducked. Umpire says play on. He's pointing again. Another clearance. Chalk him up for me, Grooves, please. He's had about 5 already. Inside 50 kick. Foon only goes as far as the young fella there we mentioned before in Arnold. So Arnold now short to Mott. Left foot kick. Looks good. It's going to be a 2-on-1. Glenorchy goes long and strong here. Roberts, he falls over. So the 2's going to win out. It's Bennett. Gives it to Whitford. Whitford back to Bennett. Bennett hits up. Looks for Curran. Can't find him. Rundle. Joseph. Pinpoint left foot. He's good. Joseph getting back as Van Buren. Defends really well as Van Buren. And gives it to Whitford on half back.
Whitford, best on ground last week. Right on the boundary line. Went very close. Kicks it in. Beautiful kick to Ponting. Great releasing kick. He runs his full measure inside 50, delivers towards Edmonds over the top. Here's a chance for Rushton once again. He's going to get onto the ball. He's got a bit of space. Oh, he fumbles at the crucial moment, but he does shovel it out. Still a chance for North Launceston. Handball back now to Egger. Egger uses a bit of skill to get around his court. Well, great tackle, Cameron Goodsall. So Cameron Goodsall will take the free kick. The Glenorchy fans there yell ball quite rightly. Great tackle. Now it's Zach Webster, who's been quiet so far. He dashes off, poor kick. Here's Sanders, takes it on the bounce, kicks inside 50 to Withers. Oh, yes, he took the mark before Webster could knock it out of his hand. So a bit of frenetic footy there. And my boy Jackie Rushton, Macca, he just couldn't quite finish the job.
No, you're excited, Foz.
I was.
I could tell by your voice, and that went up, and would have been a dream for you. But there's the difference. If you can get the ball in someone like Ollie Sanders' hands, Max, he hits the target. That's the thing that probably North Launceston haven't done enough of this year. Dan
Withers doesn't go on goal. He goes short to Edmonds, who takes it on his chest, 25 out. Bit of a stiff angle on the left-hand side. Thinks about centering it. Now he plays on as Edmonds round the corner. Another goal to North Launceston. That's 4-4-28. So Glenorchy yet to score, and the first goal of the day to the inclusion today for Bart McCulloch, Will Edmonds.
Yeah, you're right, Macca, about what you just said, getting the ball into a guy like Sanders' hand, and pretty poor marking there by the Glenorchy defence. They're all sort of standing there at the moment saying what happened there, because Withers had the ball for an eternity, and plenty of space in front of Edmonds to lead into, and which he did. Great kick by Withers, and Edmonds did what he's been asked to do, and that's to kick goals.
So Nick Butler going to throw the ball up in the centre. Ray Chamberlain probably could have done a bit of that the other night, Max. Struggled, didn't he, big Razor? Simpson. Oh, this is a training drill. Cox Goodger from 50. Loads up. Cox Goodger. Wow. That was just untouched by Glenorchy. They're on ballers. Just dominant out of the centre clearances. Dave Gruber's pen is running out in the left-hand column. Inside 50s, 13-3. And I'll tell you what, those three have been shallow. Clearances are 8-1. Hit-outs 5-2. This is North Launceston at its best against a lowly Glenorchy. 5 goals for 34, and that was Cox Goodger. He loaded up before. He missed. He wasn't going to miss twice, Max.
You don't see him miss too many times in the game, and he's had his miss today, I reckon, Macca, so he might be in for a little handful.
Just a great connection out of the middle too, wasn't it? Whitford, Walsh, Cox Goodger.
Well, it's like the All-Stars out there. Whitford, Ponting, Cox Goodger and Lee. They're 3 on ballers plus the ruckman. Unbelievable.
So secondary ball up here. Ethan Conway in the ruck. So some of these on ballers for Glenorchy. Got to lift. Sammy Rundle's been quiet so far. Banks Smith. They've got to really counter this North Launceston attack. This game. away from them very quickly as Lee wins another tap out. Taken this time, Aiden Grace is on the ball. He takes it, kicks towards half forward. Callan Daly leads out, nearly takes the mark. On the follow-up is Brown. Gets a handball over now to Thompson. Into the outside 50 for Glenorchy, but it's chopped off by Walsh. Drops to chest mark. Still a chance for Glenorchy. Snap on goal. Couldn't get away there, was geared. Now it's Bank Smith this way, that away. Little snap. Foon's there, Brown's there. Well done by Foon out to Van Buren, has been one of the best so far. He's on his right side, kicks it well up here towards Donnelly. The batter with Cleary. Donnelly front position, nearly takes the mark. At the full, it's Curran. Gets it to Bennett now to Walsh, and they're away North Launceston.
Mark Walsh, not a great kick because it only goes as far as Rundle. Rundle looks for Daly. Coming across there was Bennett. Sanders, the youngsters combined. Ponting. Here's Sanders now. Oh, he's gone, he's caught. He's got to be holding the footy. And he's come up sore because he got crunched like a dodging car there. Bumped on the left, bumped on the right. As Foz mentioned, he had a game here, the Devils All-Stars on Wednesday, and he bought his own footy, did Ollie Sanders. And so he's played a full game Wednesday. So look for him maybe to have a rest later on. He's put up a little bit sore. And Callan Daly's going to have a shot for goal. So he's just on the 50. Alex Lee stands the mark. He's got to get up and under it. Goes to the top of the square, comes down. Well done, North Launceston. Whitford, they combine. Richter sold up. Over the top here. There you go. Hit up. Good pass. Good pass out of wing. As I get the binoculars up, Foz. Jackie Avent. Looks a bit bigger, Jackie Avent. He's one of my favourites. Hits up the coach in Whitford indoors. So Whitford, 45, Alex Lee. Cut off by Conway. Centre square. Conway, good kick. Hit up. Couldn't find Geared. At the full, Conway goes again left foot, trying hard. Ponting. Well done then, Curvis. Sanders, left-hand handball. They're away again here now. Ponting to Burt. So the premiership players combine. Burt looks to play on. Goes out a wing. Cox Goodger. He's got time to sum it up. He goes long. Cleary sets himself against Edmonds. Over the top, Edmonds. Who's at the crumb? Here's little Jackie Rushton, Foz. He's kicked one. 2 little ducks, 22. Jackie Rushton's kicked 2. And Dave Moore's excited. He's got a smile on his face because his boy's back.
I love it. Yeah, no, that's his game, isn't it? Inside that forward 50. And for the ball, he took the ball. He fumbled one earlier. He should really had a third goal this quarter, but he took it nicely, Maxie.
He did. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves there, Dave. Let's just count the ones that he's got, not the ones that he's missing.
Okay.
But
it was a good kick, Cox Goodger, and a really good contest by Edmonds. He brought the ball to ground, and you could see their mosquito fleet there. They were all there. It was just a matter of which one got it, and it was Jackie Rushton, Max.
And Glenorchy did really well in the first instance. They got it deep into their forward line, but there's just no pressure to hold it in. Like Glenorchy, no pressure whatsoever.
Geez, their handballs are just so clean and so good. Here's Lee down to Simpson, to Ponting. Another clearance, please, Dave Gruber to Ponting. Here's Rushton. He's going to go again, the little redhead. He goes left foot. He's going to find Bird on the lead. So he had a little sneaky look at him. Umpire's called play on. Must have been touched. Bird, top of the square. Edmonds sets. Cleary marks. Umpire says off hands. Play on. Off hands. Yeah, off hands, off big Will Edmonds, big bucket hands he's got. Couldn't miss them. And it's going to be a ball up. 11 metres out from the North Launceston's goal. They kick towards the city end here at UTAS Stadium. Joseph, caught, good. It's a quick ball. It's Withers out of the pack, and he's got another one. What I was saying, it was going to be a hot potato because it was bouncing around off hands. Daniel Withers picked it up clean in mid-air and kicks it, and that's his second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 goals. I'm running out of ink myself. 7-4-46 North Launceston. They have turned it up a gear, Max.
They have, and they're, dare I say it, Glenorchy just looked like they were panicking deep in the forward, top of the goal square. They couldn't get rid of it quick enough. If you give it to me, I don't want it. Give it to somebody else.
Yeah, no, and it was some of their experienced players as well. Yes, what are you seeing?
Yeah, Connor Young just along the boundary there, jogging along. He looks like he's copped a leg, some sort of leg injury. So we'll keep an eye on that.
He started on the bench. He's only just gone on for one contest, I reckon. I tell you what, if Mitch Thorpe's here and watching, North Launceston, they've got a little bit of work to do before, of course, they get to the grand final, these two teams, but it's going to be hard to beat North Launceston on this oval. And they've got semi-final next week, of course. Simpson gives it to Cox Goodger. That was a free kick in the centre to Simpson. Cox Goodger hits Avent. Now, Jackie Avent today playing as a small forward, Max. We've seen him play small defender. We've seen him play tagger. Today he's playing small forward.
He's pretty keen to get his name in the book here too. I think Macca, he's having a set shot, and yeah, we know he can play pretty much any position apart from the key spine positions, young Jackie Avent. So
that's 16 inside 50s. Nearly have to be a record for the season groups. Avent kicks it straight over the umpire's head, and there's 8 goals. 8 goals in 20 minutes of football. It's just ticked over 20 minutes. And 8-4-52 North Launceston. Glenorchy yet to score. And they're in a world of hurt of the Magpies.
what would Coach Kennedy want to tell them at quarter
Just
time?
be competitive, don't you?
Can it? Like, what have we had? 20 minutes, so 4 minutes into the time.
Yeah.
So there'd still be another couple of minutes based on the 8 goals that have been kicked.
They're just so clean, North Launceston, with their possessions, aren't they? Like today, they've been really short by hand and foot. They don't miss an opportunity, and they look quick across the ground.
And this is where that 6-6-6 rule comes in, because they're so dominant in the middle.
Yeah.
Kennedy can't even put an extra 2 down to stop the bleeding, because they're just going to take it out of the centre ball up. This time it's going to be through
Mott kicks towards half forwards, and the mark is taken there by young Roberts. Oh, his handball's not great, could be a turnover. He tries to atone. Now falls on top of it. He has to release. Now Geard's in there, so just those skill areas are really costing the Magpies at the moment.
Yeah, well, we mentioned pre-game, didn't we? We wanted to see North Launceston do exactly this. But we thought they'd been a little bit lowly. We wanted to see them connect with their forwards. We want to see them kick it up a gear. And they're on their way in doing so.
So, shepherding there in the ruck contest. It's going to go the way of North Launceston to Tom Donnelly. Such a versatile team, North Launceston. So they've got runners over here. Looks like Fletcher Bennett, who takes the mark. Kick short. Intercepted there by Daniel Joseph. He's got 2 against 1 though. Riley Sanders is in there. Daniel Joseph, what will the umpire say? Ball it up to centre wing. So they're playing 21, nearly 22 minutes. I haven't mentioned yet today that we're going to catch up with Jay Bowden at half time.
Oh, the Prince.
So it'll be great to catch up about some of the highlights of his career.
Oh, what a career. Have we got long enough at half time to talk?
Jeez,
he's got some accolades. You won't be able to read them all out, Foss, because we will run out of time. Brilliant player of the TSL. He wouldn't be liking what he's seeing here from his old Glenorchy side. 8-4-52 North Launceston. Glenorchy yet to score. 22 minutes gone. You'd imagine it'll go about 27 with all these goals. Free kick. Simpson comes up with it. Edmonds should have taken it. The big buckets went straight through. Cleary by hand to Daly. Daly goes sideways. He goes backwards and sideways and finds Rundle. Comes back inboard, tries to find the ruckman. It's over the head. Lucky to get away with it there, the Glenorchy Magpies. They come sideways again to Arnold on half back.
Arnold kicks forward now towards Webster. So Webster, handball to Banks Smith, has to dance around, he does so. And he handballs it back there, the quarter goes on as we thought.
Quick one.
22 and a half minutes, the first quarter, but the scoreline is significant. It's North Launceston, 8 goals, 4-52. A shell-shocked Glenorchy at the moment, yet to score. So what a first quarter for North Launceston, one of the most electrifying